Hi students, good morning. I hope you all are fine. I am Sunita, Social CRT, working in KGBV Garladina. Today we will discuss about ninth class Social Studies second lesson, Hydrosphere. First one, usually talk of four natural realms on the earth. First one is lithosphere, second one is hydrosphere, third one is atmosphere and the biosphere. We will discuss hydrosphere. The realms of water is called by hydrosphere. Hydrosphere comes from the Greek word hudoro. Hudoro means water. Some part of the water is found deep down under the earth among rocks. It compares variation sources of water and different type of water bodies like rivers, lakes, seas, oceans, etc. Next topic, hydrological cycle. Hydrological cycle is the circulation of water in different forms like liquids, soil and the gaseous spaces. It also the continuous exchange of water between the oceans, atmosphere and land surface, subsurface and all organisms. The hydrological cycles sometimes is expressed mathematically as RF equal RO plus ET, where RF includes all type of precipitations. RO is runoff, ET is evapotranspirations. There are 6 stages of water cycles. First one is evaporation, second one is transportation, third one is condensation, fourth one is precipitation, fifth one is runoff and sixth one is groundwater. First, I will discuss evaporation. Evaporation is water is transferred from the surface to the atmosphere through evaporation. The process by the which water changes from a liquid to gas. The sun's heat provides energy to evaporate water from the earth's surface. Land, lakes, rivers and oceans set up a steady stream of water vapor. Plants also lose water to the air through transportations. Next one is transportations. The movement of water through the atmosphere, specifically from over the ocean to over land in the form of clouds. Clouds are propelled from one place to another by either upper air circulation, surface based circulations like land and seas, bridges and other mechanisms. Next one is condensations. Condensations, the transferred water vapors eventually condensations forming tiny droplets and clouds. Next one is precipitation. The primary mechanisms from transporting water from the atmosphere to the surface on the earth is precipitation. When the clouds meet cool air over land, precipitation in the form of air, still on snow is triggered and water returns to the land. Next one is runoff. Most of the water which returns to land flows down hills and runoff. Sometimes of penitence and changes groundwater, while the rest as rivers flow returns to the oceans wherein evaporation. Next one is groundwater. Upper Groundwater upper special circumstances. Groundwater can even flow upward in artesian wells. The flow of groundwater is much slower than runoff. The hydrological cycle is a simple circulation of water between ocean, atmosphere and the land. There are a number of subcycles opening within it. Next topic, water sources. 90.25% of water is saline ocean waters and only 2.575% is fresh water. The greatest position of the fresh water 68.7% in the form of the ice and permanent snow covered in the Antarctic and the Arctic in the mountains regions. 2.7% exists on a fresh groundwaters. Only 0.26% of the total amount of fresh water on the earth is concentrated in lakes, reservoirs and rivers systems where it is most easily accessible for our economic needs and absolutely vital from water ecosystems. The next topic discussed oceans. The use water bodies is called oceans. Continents and oceans are the first order relief features on the earth. The hung water bodies are called oceans. The geographers have divided the oceans part of the earth into 5 oceans. Namely the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, Arctic Ocean and the Antarctic Ocean. The word sea is often used interchangeably with oceans, but strictly speaking, a sea is a body of saline water partly or fully enclosed by the land. The oceans. See the table below the from information. Note that the table is oceans. The first order decreasing order in terms of size. The Pacific Ocean, the Arctic Ocean and the Indian Ocean, the Antarctic Ocean, the Arctic Ocean. The next topic, the relief on the ocean. The ocean's basins are in many ways similar to the land surface. There are submarine ridge, platitudes, canyons and tranches found within oceans. Oceans floor in divide into 4 parts. First one is continental slip. The continental slip with deep up to 200 kilometers, oceans about 7.6% on the ocean areas. It is the border zone between the land and the sea. The largest continental slip is Siberian slip in the Arctic Ocean, stretching to 1,500 kilometers in width. Next one is continental slope. Next, continental slip is important becomes the continental slip is important because the fishing wealth is more in these regions. Next one, rock, petroleum, natural gas are found here, building spurt in possible here. Next one is continental slope. The continental slope is speed up from 200 kilometers to 3000 meters deep with complex relief. The comprises of 15% of the ocean areas. The continental slope borderly increases the continents. Submarine canyon are the observed in the regions. These are formed by erosion process of glaciers and rivers. Next one is deep sea plains. Deep sea plains are gently sloping areas of the ocean basins. These are the flattest, the smoothest areas of the world. The depths vary between 3000 to 6000 meters. It covers about 76.2% on the ocean basin. Next one is oceanic deeps. There are the large narrow trenches that the plunges as great ocean deeps to a deep of 6000 kilometers. They are found more close to the continents. That is why they are very significant in the study of plate movements. As many as 57 deeps has been exploded to so far. Next topic in ocean temperature. When compared to land, the temperature in oceans does not show much variations, but these little variations show great importance. For example, the essence of southwest monsoon in the Indian is affected by El Nino and La Nino. These are the effects caused by the changes of temperature in the Pacific Ocean. The ocean temperature is included by the latitudes, winds, ocean currents, distributions of land and the changes of seasons. Can you imagine why naturally the temperature in the oceans variations from minus 2 degrees Celsius to 29 degrees Celsius. Next, vertically distribution of temperature. As one goes deep inside the oceans, the temperature increases. That fall in temperature is very steep for the first kilometer. After that there is a steady decline up to deep of 5 kilometers. Below that the temperature is steady at about 2 degrees Celsius. Next one is ocean currents. The ocean currents is the general movement of the mass of water in a fairly defined direction over great distance. The ocean currents are sometimes called ocean rivers. Ocean currents may be classified based on temperature as cold currents and the warm currents. Generally, warm currents flow towards the poles. Cold currents flow towards the equator. Ocean currents are classified as stream and drift based on speed. The ocean water currents which flows speedily is called a stream and that which flows slowly is called a drift. Ocean currents are caused by following factors. First one is centrifugal force. Next one is effect of winds. Third one is precipitation. Fourth one is solar energy. discussed. First one is centrifugal force. The centrifugal force at the equator is the greater than that the force because the greatest circles at the time of revolutions coincidence with the equator. Next one is effect of winds. The stresses due to winds and the wind movements modifies the theoretical direction of currents. Next one is precipitation. The equatorial areas receives the greatest rainfall, hence the sea level is higher. As a result, water moves north and south for the equator. Next one is solar energy. Heat by the solar energy causes the water to expand. That is why the ocean water is about 8 kilometers higher in level near the equator than in the middle latitudes. This causes a very slight gradient and water tends to flow down the slope. Next one is water as a resource. Most life on the earth is under the water. Human beings has depended on oceans for their food and livelihood from the ancient times. Oceans provided abundant food resource like fish and salt. We also use the sand, gravel, etc. for our industries or housing. Humans extract minerals like chlorine, fluorine, iodine from it. Ocean waves are used from generating power. Ocean floor is mined for oil. Oceans also provide with gems and pearl. For countries, we have created our civilizations on its shore and traded across each other, traveling over. Okay, children, do you enjoy this video? Do you work your the home? Prepare a list of currents which are found in the Pacific, Atlantic and Indian Ocean. Identify the clouds and warms currents in different oceans. Okay children, stay home, stay healthy.